What's going on, everybody? It's Adam from Free Weights and Freedom, and it's Sunday, so you know we always do meal prep on Sundays. And today I wanted to show you guys a really quick and easy salad that I'm gonna make with chicken thighs. We're gonna call this one a honey garlic chicken salad. The recipe I got from Pinterest, and it talks about adding a chipotle pepper in there. I'm not gonna do that, and then tortilla strips at the end, which I'm not gonna do either. But you can just kind of spice it up however you want. There's three reasons really why I wanted to make this one today. Number one, it's June in Nebraska, so it's starting to get hot. And the last thing you want to do is like run your oven during the day on Sunday, especially when if you're going to be prepping a lot of meals. You know, just kind of adds to the heat of the house, and you know nobody wants that. So I'm going to use my slow cooker today to kind of cut down on that. So that's number one. Number two, it's a good way to, salads are always a good way if you're cutting weight or if you're trying to lose weight, which right now I'm kind of in a maintenance calorie phase right now, but you know, it was Memorial weekend last weekend. My son's birthday was the other day, so had a lot of grilling and eating and stuff like that. So this week I might try to cut down a little bit, and salads are a great way to do that. So your only calories are going to come from the chicken, and there's some honey in here that'll add a few calories, but overall this should be a really low calorie. I'd say probably 300, right around there, depending on how much chicken you use. And then the third reason, which kind of goes along the lines as the second reason, is salads are a great way to get in a lot of food value without the calories. So you'll see, like, you know, you can really load up on the greens without adding a lot of calories. So it makes you feel full without taking in a lot of calories. So a lot of food value, not a lot of calories. So we'll go ahead and get this started. This should be really easy. I already had kind of laid out everything you're gonna need for this. So you can use chicken breasts or chicken thighs. So chicken breasts will be a little less, there'll be a lot less fat involved and a little bit less calories, but they tend to dry out a lot more easily. So I like using chicken thighs, as you can see here, because they do have a little bit more fat content, which is going to keep them a lot moist, which is a terrible word, and they'll hold up a lot better during the week than a chicken breast will, which will dry out really quickly. So all I did was just grab some chicken thighs, and I went ahead and weighed them out on my food scale, so I can kind of portion out my macros for the week. With this ended up being like 720 grams. So for me, you know, it really just depends on how much protein I have. It depends on how many meals I want to split this up to. So this will be probably 4 or 5, maybe, depending on, you know, how many calories I want to take in with lunch. It'll be pretty low anyway because it's just a salad. So I might just do 4 meals and have it be a really high protein meal. So just had some thighs that I got, and then you're gonna need some chicken stock. It ends up being a 1/4 cup of chicken stock, 1/4 cup of honey, 2 tablespoons of adobo seasoning, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. It is a tablespoon of lime juice, and then I think that's it. And then, so this is for later. This is what I just used, this bag coleslaw mix. You can get your own salad mix or make your own chopped salad if you want to, but it's just easier for me to use bags, and I'll just kind of portion this out. And then I also got some diced green peppers, just to add a little bit more texture, a little bit more flavor to the meal. Also, you don't have to do this, but I like to be prepared. So I just went ahead and combined the adobo seasoning and the salt already. Same thing with my chicken stock and the honey. I just went ahead and poured it out into the 1/4 cup container. So slow cooker. I like to use the liner. It just makes cleanup a lot easier. You don't have to do that, but all you do really is get it going with, throw the chicken thighs in the bottom of the slow cooker. Let's see here real quick. And then we'll do we'll go ahead and do the dry ingredients first. So we'll do the adobo seasoning, sprinkle that over the chicken thighs on the bottom of the slow cooker, seasoning and the salt. And this is when you could also put in your, if you're gonna add a chipotle pepper, you could throw that in there also. Go ahead and do the lime juice, so just a tablespoon of lime. I mean, you can use your own, you can squeeze your own lime if you want to, but I'm a guy, so I like, you know, things easy. I'll have have time for all that. So just a tablespoon of lime. Then we'll go with the chicken stock. So it's just 1/4 cup of stock. Went ahead and poured it out already in the measuring cup. Pour that over the dry ingredients. We will, also you're gonna need some minced garlic. Honey. Pour that over the chicken. So with honey though, you will have to be a little careful. I'm just gonna grab a knife to get some of this out. You will have to be a little bit careful, so just kind of monitor. I think it's 4 to 5 hours on low. But with honey being in there, you gotta just kind of be careful because it can, obviously there's the high sugar content. So it could burn or, they'll start crystallizing. Just kind of watch it as you're cooking. But slow cooker, honestly, it should be fine. 4 hours shouldn't be a problem. And then garlic, I think it said 1 clove. I like to use minced just because it's a lot easier. And this is really dependent on how much garlic you like. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it, but maybe maybe a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons would be fine. Like I said, it really just depends on how much you enjoy garlic. So you can be pretty liberal with it. Should be pretty good. And that's really it, honestly, for the beginning of it. 4 to 5 hours on low. Just gonna cover it, turn it on. 4 to 5 hours on low, and then we'll kind of check back here in a few hours, and then we'll go ahead and take it out, and I'll show you guys how to kind of make the salad once it's done. All right, welcome back everybody. It's been about 4.5 hours. Before we said cook it on low for between 4 and 5. Checked on it at about 4.5. It's done. Chicken thighs are cooked all the way through. Had a nice little golden brown on it from the honey. Been a pretty productive day during that time. Got some laundry done, did a little grocery shopping, obviously did some meal prep. So chicken's done. All I did was grab the bowl. I just shredded it with 2 forks, as you can see, put it on this bowl. And I'm just gonna do one right now to show you guys. So all I did was take some of that slaw mix that I had and some of those peppers, put it in a nice glass container. And then just gonna kind of portion out some chicken to put over it, like that. Okay. It's gonna be a pretty nice salad. There's a lot of, like I said, I made, it was about 1 3/4 pound of chicken thighs that I ended up cooking. So that should be good enough for 1 portion. But so just a really nice salad, really nice light salad, as you can see. And then you have that leftover, what ends up being like a vinaigrette after it's done. So you can just spoon some of that over it, like a salad dressing. Give it a little bit more, some more moisture. I know you guys love that word, but this should end up being really good. So what I would recommend is if you're gonna prep this, say you're gonna bring it to work, what I would do is portion out everything separately. So, you can probably put the chicken, if you're gonna eat it cold like I am, you can put the chicken with like your salad mix first, and then I would put this in a separate container. And then when you go to eat it at lunch or whatever, or dinner, add the dressing or the sauce after. That way you're not, it's not sitting there soaking in that salad, and it's gonna make your salad or your slaw mix pretty soggy. You don't want that. So just portion that out separately and wait till you actually go to eat it before pouring that on. It's pretty versatile. You have a nice amount of chicken, so you can do a lot with this. Obviously you can make a salad like I am, or this would also be good as maybe like tacos. You can maybe find some small flour or corn tortillas to put it with. I like flat out wraps, but those are kind of big. It might be too big for something of this portion, but there's a brand called Olay that makes small flour wraps, really high in fiber, and they're only like 50 calories. So that might be something I look at doing later on in the week. They'd be really good as tacos also. So this should be really good. A nice, simple, easy recipe that you can make. I'm gonna probably portion out 4 or 5 of these, but like I said, I try to do things pretty simple. I like using the slow cooker. It's easy. It didn't heat up my kitchen. It's low in calories, and it's pretty voluminous, as you can see with the salad. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll be doing this a lot more often.